Every year I get asked about speech competitions, particularly by my friends in Toastmasters, because every spring there's the big international speech contest. 25 to 30,000 contestants across the world compete for this. There can only be one winner. And last year I competed as a semi-finalist, so I'm getting more questions about the competition and what the benefits of it are. And the first myth I want to dispel is that you see some trophies behind me, and that's cool that I've amassed a bit of a trophy case in the last couple of years of competition at different levels, but that's not why you do it. That is actually not really the benefit of competing in Toastmasters or any speech competition. There's other groups that do speech competitions. I know the JC's got one going on. Kiwanis does one for speeches and youth. I grew up in Canada, speech competitions every year at the elementary school level, but no matter what level, what organization you're competing with, there are some great things you get from competing in a speech competition. And I think the first one is the pressure's good for you. It's like game day. You know, you can give a speech in front of your club, or you can rehearse for some people, but until you're in that competition setting where there's a clock, where you're being judged, and usually when you have different levels and you have to get better and better each level, it just ups your game, and it's something that I can't explain that experience completely unless you've done it. But just needless to say, the process of going to different levels, giving a speech, refining it and making it better, and then giving it again and going through the process over and over again, especially as you advance, there's something invaluable about that. As a speaker, I also do that process a little bit when I speak from organization to organization, but something about the competitive aspect that just makes the stakes higher, and so the learning becomes more intense. The second reason I really like speech competitions is it's just essentially what I really like about it is that you get to meet a lot of people. Through Toastmasters in particular, for me, I've met a lot of really cool people from different clubs, different areas, even different districts, and I really capitalize on that. I really maximize what I get from that. And when I went to the semifinals, I met people from all over the world, and still stay in close contacts with a few of them, and become really good, become friends with a couple of them. And so there is that networking connection aspect to it. I also think the higher you go, you're going up against a better caliber speaker at every level, and so again that pushes your game up. But the most important reason to be in a speech competition is it's about your message. And for my Toastmaster friends in particular, but whatever the speech competition is, you're given a finite amount of time to unleash a message out on the audience. It's your stage, it's your time, you're going to reach that audience, and you may never get that chance again in that type of venue, in that type of opportunity. So go for it. That's what I love. I didn't get that until after the semifinals. People had said it's about your message, about your message, about your message. I was a little wrapped up in winning trophies to some degree, or I was actually more wrapped up in just my personal best at just rocking the audience, which is kind of what I always do when I go on stage. I just want to rock the house, and in competitions I let the judges do what the judges do, and I leave the rest to fate. But after the competition, I had to really I got to really understand what that message part was, because my message in the competition was spend time with family. The time you spend with family is the most important thing you have. And of course, right after the competition, I had the choice to view the finals and watch the final 10 in the world compete against each other, or spend the day at the zoo with my wife and my then I think 4-month-old son. And I chose the zoo, but I really had to think about it. And for me, it came back to my message and living that message, which is important to me because I like to be an authentic speaker. I don't want to be slimy and fake and lying to people or contorting the truth to sell product. And so for me, it was really important that I am authentic with that message. And after that whole process was done, I wanted to get back out on stage in any venue just so I can get my message across, and so that I could influence and help people in the best way possible. So that's why you should compete in a speech competition, whether it's Toastmasters or the JCs or Kiwanis or at your school or just something that comes up in the community. Go for it. Speak, get your time on stage, and just enjoy it. It's one of the best experiences for growth as a speaker as you can get. It's a little nerve-wracking to have people judge you and to be ranked, and you won't always agree with those rankings, but the process itself is invaluable, so I really suggest that you do it.